spinning around in circles. In circles. In circles. In circles. I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. 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 I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. 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 Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. You build me up to let me down. Got me spinning around. I have faith in you that you would not hurt me. But you played a game. You should be ashamed. Confusion. I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. 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 I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. I let my guard down. I was so vulnerable. I hope you had your fun. Don't you know I was loyal to you? I deserve better. I'm not gonna take no more. You build me up to let me down. Got me spinning around. I'm gonna find me somebody new. A love I can count on. Loving you, see it ain't you. Got me spinning around in circles. In circles. In circles. In circles. I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. 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 I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. I'm living in confusion. Living in confusion. Why do you want to do me like that, baby? You know I loved you. You know I believe in you. But you got me so confused. What the hell was I doing?
What up, what up, what up?
They call me insane. Can't take me away.
What's up, what's up? Everybody can hear me?
Out of the ashes, here for the
Al
masses,
Gore, what's
son of
going
the
on?
game. I live in the
KA.FLP,
flames.
what's up?
It burns in my
Globe
veins.
Trotter,
Path
how
of
you doing?
destruction, leave you with nothing, bringing the pain. You'll never know what it's like.
You're in, exactly. You can hear me, everything's good. You can hear all the music, you can hear me. Past some times where it wasn't working and I thought it was.
You won't take me alive. No, no. You won't take me alive.
Perfect, perfect.
You won't take me
We're gonna get started in just a second.
No, no. It won't take me alive. Saddle up, I'm the dark horse rider. I dig my heels in the dirt. I don't care if I'm wrong. lay it all out on the line. Watch as we tear through the sky. You won't take me alive. You won't take me alive, yeah. No.
Yes. If you want to get in the music review, if you want to join the queue, go to nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live. This link on the page below me if you're on Instagram. But I'll put it in the chat as well.
When I die, you won't be painless. When I die, I'm leaving greatness. Let me go, I don't need saving. You won't take me alive. You'll never take me alive. Oh, you won't take me alive. No, it won't take me alive.
So that was Take Me Alive by Sean Carney. Me and Sean been working together for a couple of years now. Hate Me. What is that? Yeah, but me and Sean been working together for a couple of years. That's the first song actually we ever did. It was just us outside of his other group called Wolves. And I think it turned out great. I mean, it was that rock stomp. We wanted to be like pitched to the NFL for NFL season, and he's doing a lot of rock stop stuff as well. He's doing a lot of great music. I think they got an album dropping really soon, so that's gonna be really dope. But welcome to my music reviews. I'm Kofi J. I am gonna be reviewing songs based off of 5 categories, and that's songwriting, production, engineering, performance, emotional impact. All those key elements of a song. So those are the main elements of a song to me. And as far as the way my brain categorizes things and processes music, so I'm gonna be listening to everybody's songs. If you want to get in on the queue, we have a decent amount today. We have 9, but I'll probably get through all 9 today. You just go to nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live right here, and then I pinned it in the chat as well if you want to add your song. But I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to announce? Well, if you're interested in working with me, I'm doing a monthly subscription. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this. It's one of the, I think, the best ways to work with me right now. I've actually never had an offer this good, in my opinion. So I would get in on it now before spots fill up. There's going to be only 20 people allowed to do it. I have some spots left still. I only dropped it a couple days ago. So if you want to get in on that, it's limited time, because once I hit 20 people, I got to cut it off, or else the quality of the work will suffer. So I don't want to do that. I want to keep maintaining high quality and a good working relationship with a bunch of dope artists. So if you want to get on that, send me a DM and I'll send you all the information. All right. Next. I think that's it. So yeah, let's get started. There's really nothing else to say. If you want to get in on this as well, if you want to skip the line and get your song next, there's $10 for a skip and $20 for a super skip to be the absolute next person, no matter who skips. So yeah, if you want to do that and get your song in the queue next, do that. But we're going to get it started with Brian Baritone Music, and the song is called Getaway.
I see your face in my dreams. Remember when I got on one knee? One look was all it took. Your smile had me hooked. I love how we were together, like two birds of a feather. All the stars aligned when we love you today, tomorrow, forever. I just wanna
All right. That was Brian Baritone Music Getaway. So, I mean, it was clearly AI, AI done. It said on the top of this YouTube video, it said lyrics and music by Brian Baritone Music. I don't know if you wrote all the lyrics or if you just typed in some for it's just a beat though. It's a fine. Oh, yeah, you can send a beat. Beats are cool. But I'm not sure if this was all AI or if, I mean, he said he did the lyrics, so I'm gonna go ahead and believe that. But the music to me sounded AI as well. So, but he said music by, not really sure. But I'll go ahead and judge it, assuming it's not all AI. I know the voice was AI. I don't even have to question that. But let's go ahead and grade that song. Where'd it go? Okay. Brian Baritone Music, Getaway. So songwriting, I'm gonna say the songwriting was a bit generic. There were some nice lines in there. It was like really pretty, and it's easy to understand, but it's just a little bit like a lot of bit cheesy. So I would work on like more clever wordplay, more metaphors, more special ways of saying similar things. I think just it could be better with a better concept. I just want to get away is cool, but it's like, man, wow, we've heard that a gazillion times. So we need to say it in a different way that to mean the same thing. And if you did that, I feel like the song could have been 10 times better because the feel of the song, the groove of the song, the vibe was really good. Like it felt great. So songwriting, I'm gonna give a 4 just because it wasn't really special and it's a little bit predictable. And so production, I'm gonna give you. I mean, there's nothing really I wanted to hear differently in the production. The production was perfect, except for it just didn't feel real. So that's like the whole AI issue is that it doesn't feel real, and so you miss it. But as far as establishing the groove, having a nice foundation for a song, fantastic. Um, Engineering, some amazing engineering could have really set this off, but I'm pretty sure it was just straight up from Suno. So I'm gonna give it a 6 or a 7 because there's a lot of room for improvement there, but it's hard to do when everything's digital. Um, Performance, I mean, the performance is literally perfect. So I'm gonna put an NA though because it's AI. But if you had a singer do that in the studio, it's like it's killing. It's crazy. Emotional impact, I'm gonna give it a 8 because I think it was pretty. I'll give it a 7. It was really good. I just don't know if I'd listen to it again because it's just too cookie cutter. Like it's just very, very safe. And that's what you get with AI music right now. Maybe in 10 years it'll be better, but right now AI is just giving you safe cookie cutter type of stuff. So that's it for that one. What's going on? Oh, to get into the queue, you just go to nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live and get your song in there and I'll review it. All right. If you want to skip the line, it's $10. If you want to super skip, $20 and jump the line and I'll review it next. So next up we have Dre Energy with Come With Me. I talked to Dre last week and he told me that he sent the wrong version in. So I'm guessing this is the right version now. But the song, I assume, will still be the same, but maybe there's some updated lyrics or something. I'm not sure. So let's hear it. I know the engineering should definitely be a lot better on this one.
time I saw your smile, I knew something special about you, girl. And I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I'm pressing rewind. The impression you made was magical. And if you have time, been letting you know. Come and take a walk with me. Come and take a walk with me, girl. I wanna show you the world. It's bigger than what you've seen before. You're a queen, you deserve so much more. Relax, no matters. Wanna take you where you've never been. Wanna show you things you've never seen. All you have to do is come with me. Come with me, yeah. We can do what you wanna do. We can go where you wanna do. We can go fast or take it slow. As long as you're with me. I just wanna make you comfortable. Baby, this feels so natural. And you're here with me. With me, with me. We can cruise the countryside. Or how about a gondola ride? Anything you like is possible. And no limit to how far I go for you. Cause what I feel is true. And I want you to know you're incredible. And there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. I wanna show you the world. It's bigger than what you've seen before. You're a queen, you deserve so much more. Life's normalities. I wanna take you where you've never been. Wanna show you things you've never seen. Is come with me, come with me. We can do what you wanna be. We can go where you wanna be. Anywhere you wanna go. Don't take it slow. As long as you're with me. I just wanna make you comfortable. Baby, this feels so natural when you're here with me.
What up, Gabe? What up, Gabe? Gabe in the house. Gabriel Tyranny. JC knows best in the house.
As long as you're with me, I just wanna make you comfortable. This feels so natural. With me, with me, with me. It doesn't matter where we go, what we do. Something's undeniable between me and you. I wanna see the reflection of the stars in your eyes and see your face each morning with the sun. Come with me,
All right, that was Dre Energy. All the good ones. Dre, you killed that. That was awesome. Just similar to last time, you could tell it's the same song, but this version is way, way better. The singer is incredible. I don't know who sang that, but they completely killed that. It almost felt like it was AI because it was so good. But I think it was real. Pretty sure it was real. So that was an incredible performance by that artist. I don't know who the artist is. I want to know. Dre's an amazing drummer. So, and I think I asked him if he was a singer last time. He said no. So, but the singer killed that. So I'm gonna go ahead and score this one. Songwriting, we have. I'm gonna give it the same probably score I gave it last time, maybe a little bit better because I think I liked it a little bit more this time. Because the vowel sounds and the way phrases ended, the melodies, everything is great in it. So maybe I was being a little harsh last week. I'm gonna give it a 7 actually. I just wish it wasn't so cookie cutter. I like hearing things that are just a little bit more unique because it's just we've heard so many songs after a while. I know not everybody has, but I just love hearing unique concepts or unique phrases in songs that I haven't heard before, or turning a common phrase into a song that and I haven't heard it in a song before. That's a normal thing too. Take it turning cliche lines, but if you say it in a cool way, it's like, oh, that was kind of fresh. Or you say it backwards, or you flip it a little bit to be something unique. I wanted to hear something like that in songwriting, lyrics wise. Production's really good. There's nothing missing in it really. It's a little dated, that's all. So if it was to come out today, it would be a problem. Or unless it was like, yeah, even in today, I think you can get away with the production today, but it would have to be engineered really, really well, like specially. So that's the worst part of it for me. Even though I can tell it was done by a pro, I just feel like it's a little dated engineering. If you took it to the same person now, I feel like they would do a great job. Um, there's a lot of high end sizzle that's I wasn't loving, and it was just a bit bright in general. But wasn't to the point where it hurt my ears, but it was really close and very sizzly. So engineering, I'm gonna give it a 7. Production wise, I'm gonna also give it a solid 7. I'll give it an 8. It just needs to be modernized. And then performance was excellent, 10 out of 10. Perfect singer for this song, perfect range, perfect key, everything perfect on the performance. Emotional impact, I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm of this era, so I loved it. That's my type of joint. So I'm an R&B dude at heart. All right, so what's going on? Anybody else want to submit? It was perfect sounding. Yeah, that singer was killing it. Original tracks for radio. Yep. All right, now we have Miss Letty. Miss Letty's a regular. Um, and her songs are usually really good. I think I did this one time, but let me review it again. Maybe it's an updated version of it. I forgot how you say it though. It's Plus de Toi, I believe. But don't quote me on that. I don't speak French at all, but I think that's what it is.
Plus de toi, Seigneur, plus de toi, plus de ta ressemblance, plus de toi, plus de discernement de ta voix, de ta volonté, Seigneur, plus de toi, plus de toi, Seigneur, plus de toi, plus de ta ressemblance, plus de toi, plus de discernement de ta voix, de ta volonté, Seigneur, plus de toi, oui, plus de toi dans ce pays, plus de toi, plus de toi dans nos vies, plus de toi, plus de toi chaque jour, plus de toi dans nos cœurs, Seigneur, plus de toi.
What's up, Matthew 2054? All right. All right, that was Miss Letty with Plus de Toi, Miss Letty. So, for me, I feel very similar about this. I think that I did last time. And the songwriting, I can't really judge it, but melodically, it's great. There's nothing I would change melodically at all. I think you wrote a beautiful song. So I'm gonna give it a 8 because I don't know what you're saying. But if you're saying something amazing, then that's great. Um, but it's hard for me to judge that, so it's hard to score it correctly. Production wise, It's good, but I think definitely think it could. There's room for improvement. Um, what to do differently? I don't know. This is something I'd have to tinker around with just to feel it out and just come up with a cool vibe. Um, it's it's not bad at all. It's just not memorable. So it's just kind of like background music, if that's a good way to put it. Instead of like, oh, this is a record, you know. So that's the only difference for me, that like the major difference I would do, other than like Mike. I feel like it could be recorded better. I don't think it's engineering per se. I just think it's the way it's recorded. It doesn't sound like the highest quality mic system. So I have to dock you for that. Performance. I think the performance is really good. It would be nice to maybe hear some like high ad libs or high ad libs at the end. It could be falsetto or it could be full voice. Either way, I don't think it really matters. Maybe a combination of the two. Just at the end, just to give it a new life. Maybe some high strings at the end as well. Um, Maybe like a big drum type of situation at the end, just to give it a huge life at the end, and then you bring it back down to this romantic ending. That's what I hear. Like a better maybe dynamics in the song would be so much better and make the song a lot better if you did, especially like in the bridge or after the if you had a bridge, maybe to change some chords, then you do some kind of cool melody into some big finale, plus de trois hook, and then with some great ad libs, higher pitched ad libs, because the majority of the song is like in a very alto, whispery, calm space. So it'd be a nice juxtaposition to have some high, either belting or high falsetto stuff in the hook, and then end it on something beautiful as well. But that's just all I hear. So emotional impact, I will give it a 7. It's there, but there's room to grow to bring it to an 8, 9, 10. And to me, it brings me back to like the 90s, maybe like an Mariah Carey type of ballad or something like that, but French, and it could go there. All right. What's going on? Young Time YT, what's up? All right. So if you want to get in the queue, it's Nero.fan/Kofi Music/live. And you get in the queue and I'll review your song today. If you want to jump the line, it's $10. Super skip, $20. All right. What is next? I'm not sure how you say this. I'm gonna say Yeraj. Not exactly sure, but this is the first single that will be released. Oh, for my upcoming album titled Hamburger and Gravy. You're first to play it before it even comes out. That's awesome. I feel honored. Me and everybody who's watching, we're gonna be the first people to hear the song. That's great. Publicly, I Need Love by Yeraj.
I wear my heart out on my sleeve in hopes that the right one sees that my reflection is pure gold. Don't say you love me if you don't mean it. Don't leave me on if you don't see it. We need a chance at something real. I wanna know how your love feels. Take me high, higher than the clouds. Don't wanna dive through the air and plummet towards the ground. If we shatter, you think we last. I wanna try this time around. I'ma do better so that we can have better. I need love. Living in hell, we try to find the one that completes us all. Completes us all. Search around for that special one that can make us whole. I need love. I need love. Real love. I need love. I need love. I'll take your baggage, you take mine. Lay our red flags on the line. Forgiving all our mistakes. And flaws with so much grace. I'm sensitive yet selfless, caring and demanding. Baby,
it don't escape. All I need from you is understanding. Living in hell, we try to find the one that completes us all. Completes us all. Around for that special one that can make us whole. It's you that I need. Will you be all I need? It's just L-O-V-E love. Try to find the one that completes us all. Completes us all. Around for that special one that can make us whole. I've been searching. I need love. I need love. I need love. Oh, I need love.
Yeah, Raj with I Need Love. Wow, that was fantastic. I love that. That is me all day. That's the type of R&B that I love, especially the upbeat type of R&B. So I think there's a lot to this. The only thing, and it jumped out to me in the beginning of the song is the mix and master. It's not bad, but it's not great. So I felt like this song, even the song, like in general, this song needs great engineering. It deserves it. You know what I mean? So if you want me to mix it, wants me to master it, send it over, yeah, Raj, because that's a record right there. I know you said it's your first single is coming out, but I would revisit that mix and master just one more time, especially the master. I feel like the mix might be good, but the master might be just crushing it. Maybe the person's a great mix engineer, but not necessarily mastering. I definitely was at that stage for a while. It probably took me like 4 or 5 years really dialing in, mastering, trying to understand it, trying to get better at it over and over and over, 400, 500 records, like until you finally get to the point where you're like, start to understand how to get what my mix sounds like to how these masters sound like, that come out on like major labels and stuff like that with the real big popular mastering houses. And it takes time. And I remember being at this stage that this sounds like this mix engineer is at. But man, great song, great songwriting. Melodies were all great. I didn't have any lyrics. Nothing stood out to me to be amazing, but nothing stood out to me to be bad either. So I'm gonna give you a 9 on the lyrics. I'm not a huge lyric person, but I'm sure you're probably saying some bars in there. But the melodies are great. Production usually takes me like a couple listens to really dial in what the person's saying. But I write songs all the time, so I think about how songwriters. I think how songwriters think when I'm locked in on songwriting. But my first listen, my first initial reaction to music isn't typically songwriting the whole time. But I did understand what the song was about really with one listen, and I did love all the melodies. So give it a solid 9. Production really good. I'm gonna give it an 8 or so. Nothing there I think could really be enhanced necessarily because I couldn't hear all the parts. So there might be stuff in there that was buried that probably sounds really dope if mixed really well. So it's hard to judge it. It felt great, so the vibes were there. I did wish the drums and stuff hit harder, but this is all engineering stuff. So or could be sound selection as well. I'm not sure, but my gut is telling me it's just engineering. Like if we sent the stems over, we could get the kick to sound right. We could get it to not sound squashed, but also still maintain its loudness because it's very loud. It's actually too loud. So I think maybe if you just turned it down, that would fix a lot of the issues. Probably just pushing the limiter too hard. So I'm gonna give the engineering a 6. It's got potential, but something about it doesn't sound good. I think it's a little distorted, too loud, and there could be a lot more clarity with the instruments and the vocalists. So performance, man, woo, what a singer. I'm gonna give the performance a straight up 10. That was singing right there. Really good, really dope runs. Wasn't overdoing the runs. Obviously from church, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but it sounds like you grew up singing in church. That's a great compliment. I think gospel singers are literally the best singers in the world. I don't know anybody else could do the stuff that the gospel singers can do. Emotional impact, I'm gonna give it a 9. Really loved it. I would definitely listen to that song again. And we do have a total score for this one. And Miss Letty's, I can do some of these, like the AI ones. I don't know how to score those properly. But Brian Baritone Music with a 27, Dre Energy with a 41, Miss Letty with a 37, and Ye Raj with a 42. Highest score for today. Great job, Ye Raj. I need love. I need love. Yeah, it had a powerful impact. Yeah. It was loud. I think a little bit too loud. It was distorting a bit. All right. Freedom's lifestyle. I call upon. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be my God, not me God, but typos happen. All right. I am a young artist trying to make future active lifestyle. Nah, okay. No, not joke in music. Chat me. Okay. Young artists. I call upon my God. Let's listen to this by Freedom Lifestyle.
Again, yeah, JB lifestyle. I wake up one day morning, thinking how I'm gonna make the morning. One of my friends just came and called me. 18 to the Amity got called me. I tell him, brother, make it stop the fucking. He say, okay, let's go to the ghetto and smoke it. As we arrive, we are doing more things. Bro, light a light, brother, make it hear this. Make me song, you know, be this each and every day when me do it. I just feel bless me, so I watch no one, eh. I call upon me God, bad friends. You wash away my sins, brother, come on, onye me. I call upon me God, bad friends. You wash away my sins, brother, come on, onye me. I call upon me God, bad friends. You wash away my sins, brother, come on, onye me. I wake up one day morning, thinking how I'm gonna make the morning. One of my friends just came and called me. His name is Rasconi, boy. 18 to the Amity got coming. I tell him, brother, make it stop the fucking. He say, okay, let's go to the ghetto and smoke it. As we arrive, we are doing more things. One of his friends just came in and just says, scatter what? I don't know what they meant. Who they meant? I was just sending in. Catch them, put them in. I will not do that again. Oh, say, please forgive me. If I leave, you will be born again. Oh, yes, mine small, yours will be big. After round 3, I was released. You know what happened again? Boy, it was a dream. That's why I'm telling them again. Boy, you know, fit me. JB Stallion. I call up on my God.
Yeah. All right. Freedom Lifestyle. I call upon me God. So I tried, got through a minute 46 seconds. Can't do it anymore. Sorry, bro. I just think it just needs a lot of work from on a lot of different angles. So where are we at? I call upon me God. Songwriting. It's like, to me, it's like songwriting 101. Like, this is the intro to songwriting. We just took a class and we're in the first semester learning how to write a song. That's what it sounded like to me. And it's just cool, but now with streaming and everything, you're kind of competing against the best songwriters. You're in the same pool, you're in the same, if you put this on Spotify tomorrow, you're there with the best songwriters in the world. You're there with the medium songwriters in the world. So nobody's going to listen to the bad songwriter if the medium and the best are there at their disposal at any time. And that's just the way it goes. So there's just a lot of work you got to work on. I feel like it's the hours. It could just be the raw talent too. I don't know. But songwriting, I'm going to give it I'm going to give it a 1 just because I didn't like really any of the melodies. I didn't like the rhythms and pretty much didn't like anything. Production was okay, just very loopy. Kind of got boring after a while. Engineering wasn't the worst I've ever heard, but it wasn't great either. I'm gonna give it a 5. Performance was not good. I'm gonna give it a 1 or a 2. I feel like you got to find your voice too. I'm gonna give it a 1. You got to find your voice and emotional impact. I'm gonna give it 1 as well. It's not for me. But to me, like I said, it sounds like somebody who's just starting. You said you're a young artist. I understand. Um, and not to be discouraging at all because we all start from somewhere, but you got a long way to go. And that's just the God's honest truth, to be honest with you. So at least you're gonna have to work with a lot. I would work with a group of songwriters, and then eventually you keep doing a bunch of songs, you'll get better, and just try to get better. Um, that's what I would do. And yeah, that's it for Freedom Lifestyle. I call upon me God. Let's move on to Leonardo Afrobeat, No Time. And if y'all want to get in the queue as well, bro is trying not hard not to laugh. No, I mean I'll laugh. I don't care. I've listened to a lot of songs, but I like to be encouraging rather than discouraging. That's just the only thing. 'Cause everybody starts somewhere. But what was I doing? Lost track of thought. Oh yeah, if you want to join the queue, it's nero.fan/Kofi J Music/live, and just get your song in the queue. And it's pinned in the chat as well, and it's on my screen. If you want to skip, it's $10. Super skip, $20. All right. Next one is Leonardo Afrobeat, No Time, parentheses Steady Wine. All right, a whole Google thing. I don't think this is gonna work, is it?
Baby, take what's mine. While you're stepping on the rhythm, make you shake her slow. For your body with a ginger, baby, make them glow. DJ run and back, make the speakers blow. Tonight with a flex, we don't want to go home. Baby, Joe, my love, feel the heat, let it flow. All my guys on the road, we the bow, we the glow. No time, no time, she can call my line. Steady wine, but it's sweet like wine. If you move where you move, I go give you sign. No delay, baby, take what's mine. She said anything you never tire, but you hot like I'm a pen of fire. Give me space, make I watch you wire. Steady bounce, baby, take me higher. Club down, scatter with the baseline. Everybody they dance in the same time. No time when the group they align. Everybody make us spend on the time. She said she want more. She no feel like go. Vibes on the beat, all eyes on the floor. Oh yeah, give me that move, give me that groove. Life's on me, you the boss is nice. Oh lele, come on roll on, baby body chop. Oh lele, make it drop, dance till dawn.
Okay, abrupt ending as well. So what's going on there? It started in the middle of the song and then ended before the end of the song. So guess we got a nice little snippet of this song. What's it called? I forgot. Of No Time by Leonardo Afrobeat. So I think I like the groove of this more than I liked anything else. So I'm gonna start with the production when I grade this one. So production is good. Very I'm a piano, but it's very generic still though. It's like if I said make me an I'm a piano beat, that's exactly what I would expect to hear. And that's fine for some people. Some people love that. I'm somebody who wants to hear something unique, hear something different. Once I've heard the cool new thing and I've heard it 10, 20, 30, 40 iterations of it, I'm off it. I don't want to hear any more of it unless it's like mind-blowingly good or has amazing concept, amazing hook, or something that sets it apart from everything else. The artist's voice is crazy, so like something like that. But if you're gonna do the exact same thing that everybody's doing, you gotta stand out. You have to do something special. So for me, this didn't do that. So that's my biggest issue with it. So emotional impact, I'm gonna start backwards with this one. Emotional impact, I'm gonna give it a 5. Performance, their performance isn't bad. Like you have a voice, it's just not stand out. It's not special. So you gotta figure out how to make your voice special. A lot of people have normal voices, and we hear a lot of the same voices all the time. So it's those special voices. Sometimes the people are like, "Oh, what's that?" Um, and it doesn't have to be special in a way that's like, "Oh, I'm an amazing singer," like an Adele voice or something like that. Like Rihanna, I don't know how old people are. When she first started, didn't sing the greatest, but she had a tone, she had a voice, and it stuck out. Nobody sounds like her. And then over the years, she got better and better and better at singing and controlling her voice and all that stuff. And now she sounds great. So it's not always necessarily having the typical singer voice, but your performance was okay. I'm gonna give it a 6. Engineering was okay as well. I'm gonna give it a 6 as well. I feel like this is for the engineering. This is the case of I mix and master myself, and then I send it to a mastering house or somebody who really knows how to master, who's got like the equipment or the know-how to make my master sound good, and they cleaned it up. So that's what it sounds like to me, and I can hear through that. So um, needs to be more time taken in the mix department. In my opinion, my humble opinion, mixing is more important than the mastering, but the master can destroy your mix. So in this case, I think the master saved the mix. So it's a little opposite. But the mix is more important. There's more choices to be made. There's more things you can do within the mixing part. So make sure you spend time on that and get with somebody who's really, really wants to do it well, but also do it in a creative way that sounds cool. All right, production. Like I said, very cookie cutter. Gonna give it a 5. And songwriting, I didn't even really judge it. Melodies were okay. Nothing's great, but I kind of turned off the lyric department after about 30 seconds because there was nothing being said. So I'm gonna give it a 3 on the songwriting part. It's cool, but it's not memorable to me. All right, next one. Everybody's still there with me. We are there. All right, cool. So if you want to get in the queue, it's nero.fan/Kofi music/live. And if you want to skip, it's $10. And if you want to super skip, it's $20. All from that site. If you super skipped, I'll play your song next. Okay. Next song is Flip Rothstein, Zamarant. I remember hearing this last week as well, or 2 weeks ago. So, but I'm gonna see if it's similar. If it's the same version, then I'll cut it early and give my critique hearing it a second time. Yeah, it's the same thing. All right, let's go ahead and fast forward. I remember it's a long intro.
How to smoke cause they jump off the bed. Excited peppy call as I'm a rant. ITAC got my eyes on a slant. 448 and it came with a stand. And in the room I be lit like a lamp. Hustler red hard, let them know in advance. And shit running my jeans, I ain't talking about pants. Told the judge it's not a drug, it's a plan. For it was legal, was taking that chance. Cool with the growers who growing the plants. Fresh off the branch, I read out when it's damp. Trap by myself cause I like the freelance. Probably sold out to your uncle or aunt. Know some pot hits turn the roast to an ant. Thinking they stoners, really they scavengers. My rolling skills that you know I'm no amateur. Got a blunt for every day on the calendar, Zaza that stronger than Hercules, If you smoke weed and you heard of me, I hear that selling it vertically, I roll up back with a perfectly, Section smoking like a chair. This designer, you come with designer bags. That exotic smoke be jumping out the bag. If they ask what strain I smoke is I'm in the smoker section smoking like a chair. This designer, you come with designer bags. That exotic smoke be jumping through the
Alright, so that is Zamarant. This is I still feel average about it. I still feel like mid, I feel like I'd like it a little bit better this time. I don't know why. Maybe I heard the chords a little bit better in the production, and I thought that was kind of cool. That it was kind of a laid back type of vibe. So I'm gonna songwriting 4. Yeah, that sounds about right. Production, I give the production actually a little bit more. I'm gonna give it a 6. I just couldn't hear the elements as well. I could tell like the engineer who did this did a good job, but maybe there's something in the studio that's not quite right, and the bass wasn't loud enough or something, so they turned the bass way up. The bass, the 808 is eating up a lot of headroom in this song, and it's killing the mid range and the top end a bit. So it's just really bass heavy, which is cool, but you don't want to be bass heavy and then it takes away from the vocals, takes away from the instruments, takes away from everything. Unless it's like intentional, which is really difficult to do in a creative way. But it's okay. It's not bad engineering at all, but I wish I could have heard the piano or the chords a little bit more, a little bit fuller, louder, all of that stuff. So 4 sounds appropriate. Performance 4 sounds appropriate. They're not terrible, but they're still not impressive to me. Emotional impact about a 4. Yeah. So I just gave it 2 points more this time, and that is Morant with Flip Rothstein. No, Flip Rothstein with Morant. Sorry. Okay, next one up is Lightwork Celebrated. So I do actually know Lightwork. His name is Jordan. Known him for a long time. This is his new single. I think, when did we meet? 2011, I believe. So I've known Jordan for 15 years. We've been working on music. We got probably a catalog of 100 songs together. This is like the homie, little brother for sure. And this is this song called Celebrated. I've seen it on his stories and stuff, but I haven't heard it in its entirety. So I'm going to listen and judge it. Here we go.
I only pull up while I'm celebrating. Yeah, my team consistent when the weather changing. Yeah, made a decision for the hesitators. So long, so who are gonna be there? You ain't gonna see me there. I said I only pull up. Yeah, only pull up. Where they show love, yeah. Where they show love. Said I only pull up. Where they show love. Hey, I only pull up while I'm greeted by my hitters at the door. Yeah, like kick your feet up, you at home. Pour some tequila, make a toast. Yeah, it's to the people that I love. This shit is fueling me. Thank you for being you to me, for giving me my flowers and now waiting on my eulogy. Yeah, your love is shining on me like some jewelry. You speak good on my name in a room of opportunity, and I know how it feels to be surrounded by the real. And if that ain't the type of time you want, then there's really no appeal. I only pull up while I'm celebrating. Yeah, my team consistent when the weather changing. Yeah, made a decision for the hesitators. So long, so who all gonna be there? You ain't gonna see me there. I only pull up while I'm celebrating. Yeah, no need for listening what the resume is. Yeah, the wind and lifted all the featherweights. So long, if you rockin' with me then got my RSVP there. I said I only pull up. Where they show love, yeah. Where they show love. Said I only pull up. Where they show love. Where they show love. I only pull up where it's family. We got a mutual understanding. We see the beautiful in the candid. We ain't performing, this ain't the Grammys. From California out to Miami, they shooting me the Addy. I pull up in the vibes of Hollywood. And the food is hardly good. Tryna impress some people I don't like, cause that's what everybody does. I only pull up while I'm celebrating. Yeah, my fam ain't dipping when the weather changing. Yeah, made a decision for the hesitators. So long, so who all gonna be there? You ain't gonna see me there. I only pull up while I'm celebrating. Yeah, no need for listening what the resume is. Yeah, the wind and lifted all the feather weight up. If you rockin' with me then got my RSVP there. And I only pull up. Where they show love. Where they show love. Said I only pull up. Where they show love. Where they show love. I only pull up to the function where the good vibrations at. If it ain't where the love is, then I'ma save my gas. I only pull up when I'm celebrating. Only pull up when I'm celebrating. I only pull up, only pull up, I only pull up when I'm celebrating.
Nice. Where am I? There we go. Not that one. All right, so that was Lightwork Celebrated. So Jordan, great job on that one. That's one of my favorites, I think, that he's released in a while. It's more of my speed, and it's more the lane that I was hoping that he would go down, which I'm really happy he's doing it. We made a song called Multiply some years ago now. And to me, that when we made that, I was like, I think you should stay on this lane for a little while. Like, and it's really the hip hop, Christian, well, hip hop gospel type of realm, but it's not really gospel like. So it's just really straight up hip hop, but it has gospel undertones, and I kind of really love that. And it fits his voice, it fits his personality, it fits a lot of things about him. So I'm like really happy that he has found this niche. And I think we did another song too that was similar to that, and then this one is similar to that as well. Um, and I had nothing to do with this one, so but I think it was great. I think the production was awesome, songwriting is awesome. Everybody knows what the hook is. I only pull up where I'm celebrated. Like it's just obvious, it's clear, and that's what the song's about. That's a hook. That's how we need to make hooks. We need to make them clear, catchy, fun, obvious, and to me, that's how songs stick with you. So I'm never probably always gonna remember that hook because I've heard it on his TikTok, I've heard it on Instagram, everywhere, and it's really catchy. So that's what you want to do when you're writing songs. So I'm gonna give a songwriting a straight up 9. Really don't have any issues with it. Maybe you could take some risks here and there at the ends of phrases, drop the beat, make it clear that this is a punchline or something. But sometimes that's cheesy. So it's kind of just up to tomato, your own personal preferences and stuff like that. Um, production's great. Sound selection was awesome. I really didn't have no issues with the production. I feel like it really set that. The organ to me was probably my favorite instrument. That, and then there was a couple of drums that I really really loved, sound selection wise, and it really gave it that bounce and cuts through the mix, which is really dope. So I'm gonna give production a 9 as well. I think it's really good. Um, is there some stuff I would change? Of course, there's always things I would change, but I'm just a creative person and like to do things my way or whatever. So, but does it have to be changed? Not at all. Um, Engineering, this is where I think the most improvement could have been made because I would have loved to mix this one. There's just a lot could have been a lot more clear in the mid range. The kick, the sub didn't seem like they were knew what they were doing exactly. Like as far as the kick fighting the sub, so it's like somebody's trying to win that war, the kick or the sub, and it was kind of clashing. Same with the mid range. I feel like we could space it out a bit more. We could add more reverb. We could have more fun with a couple of reverb delay throws here and there, some panning. Um, but was it bad? No, it's just choices. Essentially, and I kind of hear it just differently when I'm listening to it here in the studio. So I'm like, ooh, I wish I would have did this. I would have liked to do that. Give it some more space, separate the vocal some more, get the kick some open punch, stuff like that. Performance. Jordan's a great artist. He's been doing this a really long time. There's nothing in here I really wouldn't. I felt like he needed to do differently. To be honest with you, like not all songs I feel that way about him. So he'll tell you. I'll tell him if like we need to do that again. But this one, I didn't hear any issues. I'm gonna give it a 10. And emotional impact, I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. I love it. This is something I would put on. I would put in rotation. Had nothing to do with it, but I thought it was really executed really well. But it makes sense. They're seasoned veteran musicians that he works with, and he's one himself. So great job, Jordan. That was light work, celebrated, and I think the high score for today. Yeah, 44. Yep. All right. If you want to get in the queue, it's Nero.fan/Kofi/Music/live. Get in the queue. I'm only going to do a few more records. Then I'm going to get out of here. We got next one is J Day Jams, I guess. J Day Jams 2000s diss track Beat. All right. Let's listen. Just Blaze. That's definitely what that reminded me of. That definitely reminded me of a Just Blaze beat. Amazing. What do you call it? Reference, right? Because Just Blaze is one of the best. So, it did give me that sonically as far as the sample choice. So you chose a great sample. I'm not sure if you did enough with the sample to make it really, really dope. The way you have it right now, I'm not mad about it. I just feel like that's an intro. Like maybe 60 seconds max, maybe 30 seconds for that. And then we need this is the perfect time to do like one of these sicko mode type of beat switches or something like that. You do this as an intro, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, then boom, hit us with the bounce beat or something like that. So this is nice and slow, nice little setup of the vibe. And then maybe give us a nice bounce, or it has to be like an insane, slow, gritty drum loop. But the bounce isn't there. The what do you call it? The groove is not locked in this song. And I think for hip hop, it's all about the groove, it's all about the bass, it's all about the vocal performance and delivery. So those things have to be tight, tight, tight to make a great hip hop record. So like when people say, "Oh, I spent an hour on the 808," for hip hop, absolutely. Like that makes sense. You have to make sure that the sub, the bass, the hip hop, the kicks are perfect. You know what I mean? And in this case, the kick and the drums is not there at all, like as far as sonically speaking. But that's engineering. And it's also sound selection, but I don't think the sounds were that bad. But you just have to learn how to mix and master. Um, or you can send it to me, send it to any other dope mixing and mastering engineer. They'll get that thing slapping. But more importantly is the groove, in my opinion. So, 2000 diss track, and I don't think the groove is there in this one. So it's just a production. I'm only going to judge it on that and engineering and maybe emotional impact. So emotional impact, I liked it because it reminded me of Just Blaze, which is amazing. So you're great at picking samples. So keep picking samples. Learn how to chop them on either MPCs or computers. I sample on Logic. Like I just use Logic to do my sampler, and I put it on a MIDI keyboard. I don't do anything fancy, and you don't have to necessarily. But there's lots of tricks and tools in order to sample things well. So engineering needed a lot of work. I'm gonna give that a 5. It's not terrible, but it's hip hop. It's got to be knocking, slamming. We need bass. We need drums. Production overall in general, I think I described most of the issues with the production. But overall, I give you a 5 as well. Sound like you're on your way, like you're somebody who just started, or a couple years ago, or maybe you've done less than 100 beats or something like that. That's what it sounds like to me. Hopefully, that's the truth. And you're just on your way to getting better and better with each beat you make, which is just part of the process. Honestly, that's the biggest part of the process. Just failing quickly, or not even failing, but that's the term that people say, but just continuously working and working and working and trying to get better. That's what failing quickly is to me. So songwriting, there's no song, and performance, there's no real performance, but that's great. J Day Jams 2000s diss track. So if you want to get your song in the queue up next, it's Nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live. I pinned it in the chat as well, and I'll review your song. What's going on, KFT? Been talking with KFT for a few months now, and Hendrix of Hip Hop, them as well. How y'all doing? All right, cool. Let's get to the next one. JC Best. I met JC a few months back, but I think I listened to a couple of his songs back then. I haven't listened since, but I know he's working on a project. He's an incredible actor. I've seen some of his stuff on Instagram. I'm like, whoa, this guy can act. So, and artist as well. So let's hear JC Best. I'll be back.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave the intro for the intro shit. Let's get straight to the point. We out here, what up? Yeah. Hey, babe. Ain't had a heart tell you this to your face. I know it's wrong to put this in a song, but I'ma be back. I'll be back one day. I just pray you don't be mad at me. Still love God, say a prayer for me. Don't look back, cause I ain't coming back. Till I get myself straight, yeah, I put that on me. So I'll be going to December. Made a promise I gotta deliver. Told you if shit don't change for the kid, I'm doing something drastic. I know you remember. You know I be going through it real tough. Tired of bitching about how shit rough. I'm do what I gotta do. Shut the fuck up. Wanna manifest something. Major numbers ain't enough. So I'll be leaving. I'll be searching for meaning. Feeding for something to believe in. While I'm on this journey, don't stop believing. Yeah, I'm at West and shit so chaotic. It's how I build you during narcotics. Don't know the future, I ain't a prophet. I know one thing, gotta raise no flop. Shit, yeah. Trying to make some of my life. They say it's just a matter of time. Ain't got no tears left in my eyes. So I'ma just let the song cry. Hard cold as winter night. Streets mean talk to me nice. Yeah, I'ma be gone for a while. Promise that you gon' keep on smiling. Yeah, this should go out to everybody that's battling addiction. You know somebody doing it. Keep your head up. Yeah. Hey, babe. Ain't had a heart tell it to you straight. I know it's wrong to put this in a song, but I'ma be back wiping tears from your face. I just pray you don't be mad at me. You still love God, say a prayer for me. Don't look back, cause I ain't coming back. Till I get myself straight, yeah, I put that on me. So I'll be going to December. Made a promise I gotta deliver. Told you if shit don't change for the kid, I'm doing something drastic. I know you remember. You know I be going through it real tough. Tired of bitching about how shit rough. I'ma do what I gotta do. Shut the fuck up. Wanna manifest something. Major numbers ain't enough. So I'll be leaving. I'll be searching for meaning. Feeding for something to believe in. While I'm on this journey, don't stop believing. Yeah, I'm out West and shit so chaotic. It's how I build you during narcotics. Don't know the future, I ain't a prophet. I know one thing, gotta raise no flock. Shit, yeah. Trying to make some of my life. They say it's just a matter of time. Ain't got no tears left in my eyes. So I'ma just let the song cry. Hard cold as winter night. Streets mean talk to me nice. I'ma be gone for a while. Promise that you gon' keep on smiling.
All right, that was JC Best. JC Best. Good job. Appreciate you submitting, man. That was great. So JC, I talked to him actually a couple of days ago in the DMs, and I was telling him about my monthly subscription. I think he would be an excellent candidate for that. So basically, I'm putting together a tribe of artists who are serious, who release music regularly, who want to stay consistent, who want to take this thing seriously, take their music to the next level. It's like I said earlier on the broadcast, this is my best offer I think I've ever offered, and it's basically $500 and access to me as a producer, engineer, recording engineer, all that stuff. Mentor, whatever you need for that month, and then you just renew every month if you want to stay in it. If you don't, you just leave, and it's no big deal. But basically, why I think he'd be a great candidate for this is just because he's got a lot that's good, but there's another level to everything. And I feel like if I worked with him on this song for a month or whatever, the song would be a way leaps and bounds better. But I think the track that was made was great. The track was dope. Like the sample was amazing. I love the sample, and I love what the producer did with it. And because with that bounce beat, it was great. I love that. Songwriting, I liked it a lot too. You were saying some heavy stuff. Really, I'm not sure if the delivery was quite there to really sink it in, but I think you wrote a great song. So I'm gonna give you 8 for songwriting. Production, like I said, I loved it. I feel like there's some stuff I would do to it to just trick it out a bit, maybe fill it out a bit, because I'm just somebody who likes cinematic and if this is gonna be emotional like this, I would put some strings in there. Like we could do a string arrangement. We could add some dope like cellos, maybe like some bass, a nice pretty pad at some point where he's singing that vulnerable hook, and then it's like he fell off a cliff and it's an open space, open air. I feel like a Big Sean would do that. His voice kind of is in that Big Sean register as well. And that's kind of what that reminded me of. So production wise, I'm gonna give you an 8 as well. There's room for improvement. It was really good. Engineering was a big problem for me. I'm gonna give it a 4. It really sucked a lot of the life and heart out of it, just because it was, um, what is it? It's just a little too grungy in the vocal. I don't know if it's the way it was recorded or mixed and mastered. There was a lot of plosives that could have been removed. And I'm an engineer, so that stuff kind of distracts me a bit, and it took away from the emotional performance of it. And performance-wise, I feel like it was a little bit too much of one take. Maybe I feel like if you really worked on it, I think you could work on this verse, the first verse, for probably an hour, just to make sure that every single bar was great. Like, and it would take this to another level of every single phrase that he wrote was delivered amazingly. And that's what vocal producers do. They make sure every single doesn't mean you go phrase by phrase. Just make sure you get every phrase. Maybe he does 4 bars at a time. Maybe he does 8 bars at a time. But he's going to get out of all these different methods. Sometimes I cycle it and let him do it over and over and over again until we hear one that's the right one. Then we stop and move on to the next thing. So sometimes some spots are harder than others. Other spots sound good already, as the artist envisioned. But all that's in vocal producing, and it's all real important, especially when you listen to the best. Like, you're not going to find too many lines that don't sound good. And it's because they take the time to make sure every single line in the rap sounds good. Some artists are just amazing and they deliver it in an amazing way. Other artists takes time to get the amazing performance. And it doesn't mean one's better than the other. It just means that's what it is. Like, I can sing, I can hold a note, but I'm not a singer. So if I'm not a singer, it's going to take me a while to get the notes in pitch, on rhythm, everything, like sounding delivery wise, sounding good. It's going to take some time. So when I record, I'm very, very patient with myself. Sometimes I have to record it twice or 3 times just to get the right performance. So I'm going to give the performance a 7. It was good, but there's room for improvement. And then emotional impact, I got me a lot. Got me thinking of a million ideas of how to enhance it. So I'm going to give it an 8 because the song is there. The emotion is there. Okay, last song for today is Gabriel Tyranny, Cell Phone. Gabe is now a regular. This is the 2nd week in a row. What's up, Gabe? He's a dope engineer. Check him out on Instagram, Gabriel Tyranny. If you need some mixing and mastering as well, he's a great engineer. I co-signed him. Freshly mixed and exported during this live. Dope. Oh, during the live. That's cool. Working on it right now. He's a workaholic as well, I can tell. He's somebody who puts a lot of effort and time into his craft. But he does everything. He reminds me of me. He's a writer. He's a rapper. He sings a little bit. Mixing, mastering, producing. It's pretty impressive. And to me, there's not a lot of us out there, Gabe. So they can do everything. So just really remember that and just keep working. Because the more experience we have making songs beginning to end, the better we're just going to get at each individual part of it. And to work on our weaknesses as well. For me, my first biggest weakness was mastering. And I talked about it earlier on the live. And it just took years and years and years to finally understand and finally be able to hear the nuances in mastering and how to create the master the way you want to create it. But anyway, Gabriel Tyranny was Cell Phone. Here we go. Uh-oh, not playing.
Don't wanna be in no cell phone. Just wanna be with myself. Don't wanna be in your cell phone. Don't wanna be somewhere where I'm like, hey, I'm a addict. Ain't no way I'll sell quick. How you think I made all this? Many joints, no more splits. Bullshit, dog. Blew me in, I fell in love. Candle lit, too drunk to be standing up. She got wet to the moment I was manning up. What you be? Fake gas, BBL, phone do. Tinder lit, primal fire of an animal. Had to let it go. Frozen women, close to numb. Sub-zero in the club, chillin', phoning home. ET to the freaks, pussy, yelly on fruit. Wayne, show me the way to see through your false truths. Wait, we're on a date, we need an IG post to prove. I don't true with all that is cool. Cool with all cats for you. Wanna be a doormat for you. Wanna give it all back? Nah. I give a moment when I have none. I'll man up with the plan that began on the day she trusted my guts. I spilled them out for the can of bullshit. Doll blew me in, I fell in love. Candlelit, too drunk to be standing up. She got wet to the moment I was manning up. What you be? Fake ass BBL phone dude. Copy paste like a Drake flow. Made a part two like a sprained fucking ankle. He cannot hoop if Captain Kendrick saying so. Drake is on mute like Sprite in your K-Cole. He ain't Mountain Dew. How do I know? Cause the life I'm living, it's nice when I live it. When I'm getting disconnected, always keep a broken phone as long as it sends a message now. Get the fuck off moment, yo, gift is present. Don't wanna be in your cell phone. Just wanna be with myself. Don't wanna be in no cell phone. Don't wanna be in no cell. Don't wanna be in no cell phone. Don't wanna see you lose yourself. Don't wanna be in no cell phone. Don't wanna be in no cell.
You can't think your way out of a thought prison. It only strengthens the bars. But if you stop thinking and act, you will walk straight through them.
All right. A little premature on the sound effects. But yeah, that was Gabriel Tyranny with Cell Phone. I was about to call it Mixed Cell Phone. All right. So Gabe, I like a lot of that. My biggest takeaway was dynamics. So you dropped the beat, I think at 115, you finally dropped the sub. I felt like that should have happened earlier. I don't know why. Maybe start the beat with the drop and then build into it and then take it away again at 115. Or something like that. That was my biggest takeaway, honestly. The production was a little bit too linear. I think we need to get rid of the sub more and then bring it back in, so it's when it comes back in, it's like, oh snap, here we go, subs in there. One cool thing I would like to hear with this, because like I said, hip-hop is all about the groove. It's all about the groove, honestly. And the groove is the drum section, the bass section, and honestly, the vocals is a huge part of the groove when it comes to rap. Your delivery reminds me of Eminem. I think I've told you this before. So it's like the rhythms are gonna be very Eminem-ish, which is dope. But I think slowing this song down to I don't know, boom, like slower, might be better. I might feel better, honestly. I'm not sure. So it's something I would tinker around with, and it felt like I could get more bounce if I slowed it down. But at this tempo, it's kind of hard to get a lot of bounce with it. Songwriting, you always write songs well. I'm not worried about that too much. I would use repetition more. That's what like a lot of rappers like to use a lot of words, and the best rappers typically can say a lot with less words. Um, they might use speed and a lot of words for as a tool. So like if it feels good in this pocket, then I'll go fast. But other than that, I want to tell my story slow, concise, so people can hear it, digest it, and I think that would help a ton with the songwriting, helping it land more. Because I think what you're saying and the ideas you're trying to incorporate are great. It's hard to interpret it if we don't know, if we're not you. So you kind of have to put yourself. Everything I've ever learned is for music is like, yeah, you don't know what you don't know. Then you learn everything. Then you try to use everything. And then you scale back and only use things as necessary. And then the final step is getting creative with everything you know. So doing minimal stuff to the max and then being creative on top, sprinkle some creativity on top of it. And that to me that's the perfect formula. So that's why pop works. That's why hit records are what they are, because they're that to me. People think that, oh, it's only 2 chords in the song, so it's boring, it's easy, it sucks. And it's like, yeah, there's only 2 chords in the song, but there only needs to be 2 chords in the song, because the song is mostly about what the guys or the girl is saying in the song. And so we need to strip it down. We need to make it simple. And it's like we think in a from a higher level space with all these tools and skills and experience at our fingertips. And that's what makes a great producer. So I don't know how I got on that tangent, but production I think was good. Just needs more dynamics. That's it. Sound selection, all that stuff is great. No issues there. So I'm gonna give you a 7. Engineering, there's a bright frequency that hurts my ears a bit in the vocal, so we need to work on that in the master or the mix. But I think just clean that high frequency up, and then more clarity in the mid range, and it allowed the sub to breathe a little bit more. I feel like if you did those two things. But if you say you just exported it today, I'm not surprised. You know, it's like we go through rounds, so just keep working on the mix a bit, and you'll get there. 7, and then performance. Performance about the same as well. 7. There's nothing I really would say to improve the performance, except for we just gotta find and dial in your. I think maybe bringing your vocals more forward. I think it's more of an engineering thing than a performance thing. So I'm gonna go with a 9 on the performance, to be honest with you. And then impact, emotional impact. It's cool. I'm gonna give it a nice 7. So our overall score, what do we got here? We got 44 for light work. Overall score of 37. So it's close. I think it can get up there a little bit higher. If you want to rewrite, go ahead. If not, it's not the end of the world. Do it on the next song as far as dumbing things down to simplify them so that it's easier to understand, especially in rap, because it's really easy to just say a lot of words and people miss 90% of them. So you want to be able to say a few words, people understand 100% of it, and then maybe you give them a section or two that they might have to think about later. So that's just my take on it. And I think that's it for today. Reviewed a bunch of songs today. I'm going to get us out of here on my playlist. I think I played almost all these songs before. Maybe it'd be fitting to play Jordan's song, Light Work. Yeah, so let's do that. We're going to play Light Work, Multiply. This is the song I was talking about earlier. It kind of kick-started that whole gospel rap, the gospel rap type of flavor that Light Work is doing. And this is called Multiply. I co-produced it with a guy named Joshua Brockington, who I've been doing a lot of, if you've been on my page, I've been doing a bunch of tutorials about a song that I helped him with. But I co-produced it with Joshua Brockington. They came up with the chords and stuff like that, gave it to me, and Jordan was like, I think can you work with this song and mix and master it? They recorded the vocals already. So I had vocals to work with. I had a skeleton beat to work with because he played a lot of the piano and the organ. And I believe the bass, some of the bass instruments too. And I just took some of Josh's stuff, cleaned up the piano, cleaned up the organ, and then added my own flavor, drums. I think I added a couple organ instruments as well too, and pad, whatever. All the drums, all the other stuff. And then mixed and mastered it pretty much. But we did this about 5 years ago, I think. But he just re-released it a couple months ago. But it's called Multiply by Lightwork.
If he supply it, I multiply it. Okay. If he provide it, I multiply it. Come in. If he supply
Yeah, sorry, no, it's the last song. But I'll get it next week. In the beginning, if you want to work, hit me up on DMs.
Give me the booth, I give you the truth. Give me the seed, I give you the fruit. Can't give you the juice, cause you got your own squeeze. You say you go with a bag, I'ma use mine for some groceries. Whatever, give me the gas to get to these lessons with no sneeze. Talking resources, got options right at the tip of my fingers. Got some voice notes in my pocket. A couple gon' turn into bangers. I feel like I was created so I could be a creator. I knew it wasn't enough to send up a prayer, so
took all of the wishing and the hoping I did. Put that shit in motion, laid it brick by brick. God gave me your blessing and I multiplied it. I multiplied. I know if I give it, then I get it times 10. Always said if I ain't have $1, I'm rich. Get a penny and I multiply it. I multiply. If he supplies, I multiply it. If he provides, I cause I thought I had nothing. My reputation was in the mud. I thought karma finally caught up in. I thought God was gonna pull my plug. There's something about when that struggle don't kill you, and that thing you thought would destroy you, fuck around and build you. I flip everything that come at me. Got me doing gymnastics. Take everything that I have as long as I had me. Took all of the wishing and the hoping I did. Put that shit in motion, laid it brick by brick. God gave me a blessing and I multiplied it. I multiplied, I multiplied. I know if I give it, then I get it times 10. Always said if I ain't have a dollar, I'm rich. Get a penny and I multiply it. I multiply, I multiply. Break it down like if he supplies, I multiply. If he provides, I multiply. If he supplies, I multiply.
That was Multiply by Lightwork, and I produced it, mixed and mastered it. I forgot about Jabri. Jabri's in there in the background singing. Jabri's an amazing artist. I met Jabri through Jordan, through Lightwork as well. So that was really dope. A collaborative. So music is collaborative. It was me, Lightwork, Joshua Brockington, Jabri, just everybody putting in their 2 cents on one collective idea, and it comes out great when everybody does their job well. And so they wrote an awesome song. Josh came up with awesome chords and an awesome vibe, and I just helped elevate it to a record. And I can do the same for you. I saw in the beginning you were saying you wanted to work. Yeah, just send me a DM. All right, and that's it for today. Is there anything else I want to say? I think that's it. So if you want to get in for next week, just go to Nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live and get your song in the queue, and I'll review next week. But until then, hit me up if you want to work, and I'll talk to you guys later. It's Kofi J. I'm out. Peace.